Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. MagicCon Vegas is coming up, only a few more days away. I'm gonna be there. A lot of other awesome content creators are gonna be there. It's gonna be a great time, a lot of cool events and panels happening. If you're able to make it, we'd love to see you there. We'd love to get some games in. And I know that it's really short notice, but if you're able to make it, there's a link in the description of this video that you can use to get a badge and make it out to the event. But today's video, I just wanted to go ahead and tell you about what decks I'm gonna have with me. For starters, I'm going to be playing in a modern tournament thing while I'm there. I think it's on Saturday, and it's just an Abzan mid-range kind of deck built around my main boy, Siege Rhino. And I know Siege Rhino is not the all-star he used to be, and Abzan mid-range is probably a deck of old, but I still love this deck. I haven't got to play Modern much the last couple years, so I'm excited for that. And as far as commander decks go, I have 4 decks that I'm bringing with me. On the lower power scale, this is a $50 budget deck with Ludovic, Necro Alchemist, and Sengir the Dark Baron. And this is a kind of goaty control kind of deck. Well, I don't want to say it's control. I'm forcing combat. Goading effects, playing enchantments that encourage my opponents to attack other people. Pretty low power level, but it's pretty fun. It keeps the game interesting, keeps things moving. I've loved every game I've played with it so far. Next up is, if you guys play Modern, you guys know my main boy Ragavan, but have you ever seen him as a commander? I bet you haven't, because that would be a terrible idea. But I did it anyways because I thought it would be fun. I think this is also, I've only tested it a couple times. I think this is also on the lower end of the power scale. However, the point of the deck is, well, I'm really going all in on Ragavan. I'm going to try to get additional combats, get double strike, stuff like that, so I can steal multiple cards from my opponents and hopefully find some kind of use for them. I'm thinking, again, the power level of this deck is probably pretty low, but regardless, I'm really excited to play it. And I also thought a deck like that might be kind of fun when I'm playing with a bunch of new people I've never played before, kind of get a little bit of a look at their deck and fun stuff like that. Third, I have Faldorn Dread Wolf Herald. This is kind of fair prosper, if there ever could be such a thing. Red-green, playing stuff from exile, getting a bunch of wolf tokens, have some wolf and werewolf synergies in here as well, which, not very original as far as my play group is concerned. We have a bunch of Tovolar decks running around, but, this is at least a little bit of a twist on that. I really like my Prosper deck, but I didn't want to bring it because it's pretty strong. It kind of leads to ridiculous games that I end up either just winning too fast or I become arch enemy and then I die too fast. It just doesn't lead to the most interesting games all the time, so I figured I'd try Faldorn, especially because I've been looking for a good Gruul deck that fits more of my play style, and I figured this would be a good way to test it out. And this is another deck that I haven't really play tested all that much, so I am really excited to bring with me, get some games in with you guys. And last, I am bringing Shelob, Child of Ungoliant. This is, it kind of looks like it's Spider Tribal. It's not really. I have a handful of spiders, handful of spider token makers and stuff like that, but really I'm just playing a bunch of fight spells to find cool creatures that are on the battlefield with cool abilities, use fight spells to kill them, make food token copies so I can steal their abilities and stuff like that. I do think that this is probably on the higher end of the power scale, but again, really all of these decks except for the first one I mentioned are pretty new to me, so I'm still kind of figuring out how strong they really are. But I think this one's going to have the best chance of all the ones I mentioned. This is probably the best one that's going to be able to hang and have a good fighting chance at least a little bit of a higher power scale. And what I like about this one, and also the Ragavan deck I guess as well, is it really is going to scale with the table I'm playing with. If I'm playing against a bunch of people who have like weaker decks, those decks aren't going to perform as well. But if I'm playing with people who are playing stronger decks and stuff like that, then maybe Shelob and Ragavan will have a little bit of a better chance. I thought about bringing a deck that I for sure thought would be pretty strong, but I wasn't sure what I would want to bring. And also I have a couple, as you saw, a couple new decks I haven't really got to play out hardly at all, and I want to have an opportunity to get a lot of games in, really judge them, figure out any upgrades I want to make, stuff like that. And if I'm going to meet any of you guys, if I want to meet any fans, I want to surprise you. I don't want you guys to be playing against something you've seen before, just, something a little extra fun. Like I said, a lot of cool stuff is going to be happening at MagicCon Vegas. I'm going to be there, a lot of other content creators. There's going to be artists artists. There's going to be a cosplay competition. There's going to be tournaments that you can play in. I think there's going to be a way for you to watch the World Championship. So a lot of really cool stuff. You're going to have meet and greets. And again, I know it's only a few days away, but if you can make it, there's a link in the description of this video where you can order some badges, come down, have a great time. I'm bad at ending videos, so I'll end it there. Hope to see you there. Bye.